said you had 12 hours of sleep?
11.
11 hours of sleep. So I'm just curious how that's going to play out through the day. You know what I like?
Do you think it could work to your advantage, or?
I think it could work to everybody's advantage. I like people that do art. And my friend Karen did this art, and it's really cool.
Are you going to be honest?
Be still. I think that's cool.
Are you going to be honest?
Made out of Scrabble tiles. Mm-hmm. What am I being dishonest about something?
How did all this happen?
Well, she glued it and then I dropped it by accident. And then I can still spell though. So I have to fix it.
I can still spell though.
I can still spell and put it back together.
Do you have a glue gun?
I don't think I have a glue gun.
You broke my present.
I broke it a little bit. Yeah, but I think those kind of things are so artsy. Some people are so artsy.
I don't know if it's Karen, if she comes up with this stuff on her own, or if she just spends time on
Etsy or Pinterest. Oh my goodness, Pinterest.
She does some clever stuff.
Well, I'm re-upping my herbology garden, and so I have Italian herbs, and I have chili peppers, little miniature chili peppers. I'm super excited for that for the new year.
I keep hoping that means that you're going to cook.
I will do my best. I will do better. I'll do better than I did.
Do you feel like you make New Year's resolutions?
I believe I stopped doing that.
I don't make New Year's resolutions. What I decided.
What I like to do is to invite God into what will you have me be this year. And so out of the being, then there can be a plan of action, whether that's, hitting the gym a little bit more or cooking more.
I thought about what did I want to leave behind in 2020? What did I want?
Do you want to leave behind?
Yeah. Defensiveness.
Imagine that. Man.
Yeah. And then what did I want to bring into 2021?
Maybe 11 hours of sleep will help with that.
And then I just had a couple things that I was like, oh, I kind of started to do these things, or I've been wanting to do these things, and so these things
like what?
Go on the list. I don't talk about it.
No, come on, talk about it. What are you bringing into 2021?
My patterns and routines, my scheduling. There's some
the healthy ones.
Yeah, there's some good stuff recovery. That I had implemented in the spring of 2020.
Yeah.
That sometimes I can still not do so well, but for the most part, there are things that I've been pretty consistent about. And then the whole fitness thing is still just such a thing. Yeah. It's not.
I rode my bike by myself. It's okay.
My alarm. I set an alarm.
I heard the alarm.
What?
Yeah, at 7:00.
No.
Yeah.
And then did you just shut it off?
Well, what am I supposed to do?
Let it go so the other person wakes up.
Stop it.
If you turn the alarm right away,
I said,
the other person,
hey Google, shut off the alarm.
The deep sleeper doesn't wake up then. I didn't even hear it. I don't even hear you get out of bed.
It's okay. I'm sneaky.
No, I need an
I'm
alarm.
like a ninja.
You're like a ninja that turns off people's alarms.
Like a 220-pound ninja. Ninjaing around the house at 7 a.m.
Oh, I think it's my turn.
It is your turn. Relationships.
Okay. If you are unhappy without a relationship, you'll probably be unhappy with one as well. A relationship doesn't begin our life. A relationship doesn't become our life. A relationship is a continuation of our life beyond codependency.
That was really good.
Wow. Relationships are the blessing and bane of recovery. Relationships are where we take our recovery show on the road. Each day we are faced with the prospect of functioning in several different relationships. Sometimes we choose these relationships and sometimes we don't. The one choice we usually have in our relationships concerns our own behavior. In recovery from codependency, our goal is to behave in ways that demonstrate responsibility for ourselves. We're learning to acknowledge our power to take care of ourselves in our relationships. We're learning to be intimate with people when possible. Do we need to detach from someone who we've been trying to control? Is there someone we need to talk to, even though what we have to say may be uncomfortable? Is there someone we've been avoiding because to take care of ourselves with that person? Do we need to make an amend? Is there someone we need to reach out to or show love? Recovery is not done apart from our relationships. Recovery is done by learning our own power and to take care of ourselves in relationships. Today, I will participate in my relationships to the best of my ability. I will make myself available for closeness and sharing with people I trust. I will ask for what I need and give what feels right.
That was good. Participate was a key word. Participate in my relationships, and responsibility. And then at the very beginning, I was reminded of like that geographical cure. And so a lot of us in addiction like to move or change relationships or change schools or change cities or change jobs because we're just not happy where we are, but we bring ourselves with us, which is a beautiful thing because the problem isn't the outside, it's the inside. And so that's beautiful. So then all of our relationships, wherever there's issues, if I truly can understand that my problems are of my own making, then you don't give me problems and you don't give me problems and you don't give me problems. They come up from within me. And so you might startle something within me. And it's for me to go and dig deep and go, what's that resentment? What's that fear from? And then I can have healthy relationships and not have reactive relationships or emotional relationships or over emotional relationships.
Yeah, I think that it's a really good thing to learn, is to pay attention to the relationships that I have and like what are the patterns. Maybe what are, I often see that with women, who will say like, I always wind up picking the same kind of guy. And it's a serious thing. It really is a serious thing because typically they're quite, devastated by a relationship and then will start, dating someone else and they can't see what's on the horizon. And I think that taking some time to really look at myself and really focus on myself and really understand myself can never be a bad thing before I get into another relationship. And for me, I think that it was a challenge to continue in our relationship. I mean, I think at the very beginning, I don't really know how we made it through. Often I just don't know. I mean, I think
nor do most psychologists and psychotherapists, but that is God's grace and provision and restoration.
Yeah, because when I think about it, like she's saying, like, do we need to detach from someone who we've been trying to control? Like, there's so many amends that I feel that like I still haven't made to you, and I know that will be part of like this next year. But it's so easy when you're dealing with someone who's an addict, someone who's addicted, someone who's doing like terrible things. It's so easy to sit on the other side and feel very self-righteous and feel very much like I had a lot of arrogance and a lot of pride. And because, one person over here is, drinking alcohol and doing drugs, my control, the things that I did, the way that I treated you. And then that doesn't just go away. Right. And so maybe a lot of the ways that I treated you and I'm sure other people too, for a lot of, from my perspective, like I thought I was being helpful. I truly thought that my job, I truly thought that my role in life was to help people, and that you needed me to do certain things for you or to give you, sound advice. I truly felt that I had very sound advice to give. And I didn't often think of it as advice. It just thought of it as a better way of doing things. And so I think that I truly, like, I look back now and I think like, wow, I really thought I was really smart. I really thought that there was just, and I probably would have even said it like in a kind of small way, but everything was just like covered over with such a blanket of goodness, maybe from my perspective, that it's been very difficult for me to see where I went wrong and how I went wrong and how much harm I caused and how much difficulty I caused and how much I was controlling and trying to fix, and how trying to fix other people and trying to maneuver other people to act the way that I think that they should act is a really unhealthy way to be. And then the flip side of that is being in a relationship where someone's behavior is just beyond my comprehension. And what am I supposed to do? Just walk away? Like, that's a really tough place for lots of people to understand. Like, I really, truly love this person. It's horrific for me to think about just walking away from them. And so that whole concept of like detaching in love is very, very challenging to understand.
And then you add kids and finances and houses and it can be very messy. But how do we detach in love? How am I able to be okay if you're not, or the world around me is not okay? And then be detached from that in love. And that doesn't mean running away from people that I just can't deal with.
And really only coming to an understanding of God is the only thing that can really, I think, bring me some clarity and understanding, and that God really wants what's best for me. God wants what's best for you, that God can take care of you and he can do for you without my help. Like
he can do for me what you can't.
What I absolutely
God
cannot.
can do for me what alcohol couldn't.
I think I, for a very long time, really truly believed that God wanted that, like, even maybe part of my purpose of being in your life, that maybe God put me there to help you or to save you or to rescue you. And I know in my head that all those things don't make sense, but I think that there was a large part of me
but God can take everything and turn it into the good.
Yeah.
So, all right. Have a great afternoon. If you want to join us for our all addictions recovery meeting, noon today, will be our first one. And it's a speaker meeting with an open time to share afterwards. So all the information is below or above or somewhere on our Ashes to Rubies Facebook and such. So we will see you maybe at noon, if not tomorrow, if not the next day, if not Sunday. We will have a great rested day. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. 11 hours of sleep. Woo!
Brenda gets me. Brenda, you get me. That's exactly it. Thanks for joining.
Right. We will see you hopefully later. Oh, look, I'm playing with all the stuff. All right.